Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so a couple of weeks ago, I made a video about this Love, Death, and Robots episode called Devolted, Holes, Entombed, and I said that, man, gee whiz, this looks like Unreal Engine to me. Well, that being said, today Unreal Engine came out with this video behind the scenes of Netflix in Vaulted, Holes, Entombed. So I guess I was right. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this short right here. Exciting stuff. By the way, spoilers ahead.
What was really exciting about Love, Death, and Robots was basically Tim Miller, the producer, was creating a sandbox for animators to explore creatively without trying to fit into a franchise or fit into a particular audience. He basically picks all the short
Asian
stories,
director, that's what's up.
and then you're allowed to run with quite a bit of freedom within that framework. And that was obviously really exciting for us. In Vaulted, Halls, Entombed, it's a military story. Basically, soldiers meet creature and have to fight for their lives.
So Doug Oddie approached me and said, we're gonna do this thing. It's got Cthulhu in it. And I said, I'm in.
Oh, dude. Sick.
And then he said, photorealistic humans, multitudes of swarming, flesh-eating insects.
So good.
And he said, we're gonna do it in Unreal Engine. And I said, I don't know what that is, so let's get into it. Let's try it.
That's funny.
I've been intrigued by real-time filmmaking for many, many years, even prior to the advent of Unreal and other types of technology like that. And I was looking for an opportunity to do something creative using real-time. I saw the episode for LDR as a perfect opportunity, even though we had no prior footprint for Unreal at the company. It was a leap of faith. It's going to be hard. There's no roadmap. There's probably no parachute. I love those kind of challenges. I love going into a project where you
He
may
means
not
by
know
headaches.
how you're going to do it. You have to have enough confidence and maybe enough self-delusion. If you get to work on something like this once in your career, I mean, you're lucky. What I found to be really exciting about this workflow was the fact that in pre-production, when you're building assets that you're going to be using in layout, those are the same assets that are going to end up in the final piece. They just get progressively better through the
Detailed.
process.
We built an entire 15-minute piece as a framework to work from within 2 weeks. Next step would be to take that up and sort of raise the level of the entire piece all at the same time right up until the shoot.
We were showing blocking. We actually got feedback from the clients. They're like, did you spend all your rendering budget on your assets already?
Working inside of Unreal flips the script a little bit. Our
That's
asset
awesome.
artists become world builders, and they are able to pick and choose from the Quixel library or other libraries that we have available. The fidelity that's available to you at the click of a button, it's incredible, it's amazing.
So one of the biggest giveaways when I was watching this episode was honestly the Quixel Mega Scans. I realized it, I recognized it, and it just jumped Unreal Engine to me. It's just these assets, I guess I've seen them so many times that when I was watching that episode, I was looking at the rocks and things like that in the cave. I'm like, this is Unreal.
And it allows ideas to happen organically, and you can explore.
You're just not focused on turntables anymore. You're seeing things live in the shots as they are meant to be, and you get swept up in the story, you get swept up in the capacity to change it and shape it. It's pretty liberating.
The performance capture process, we prepared Unreal assets that could be played on monitors, tracked with the camera in real time, where then the actors could then see themselves in the body of their avatars. And then they would know, as they're walking through a tunnel, for instance, the curve of the tunnel. They actually will maybe crane their head and kind of peek around the corner. But on the set, what they're really seeing is just a bunch of poles indicating the volume of the tunnel.
It's
And
like a
that's
friggin'
vital for
children's
performances.
playground.
Usually it takes a week or so before I can get the data. I have to actually order the data and be very specific about which takes I like so that they can process the body motion capture first, so then we can begin the process of doing layout.
Normally, we try to make our first edit with cuts from the video footage, which is this mix of 2D storyboards and video footage of actors running around on a soundstage.
It's
with
the
tights.
future,
And
man.
it feels a million miles away from what your project is going to look like. With Unreal's involvement, you get the take recorder clips almost right away. You've got characters interacting in your environment, and you can place cameras on them. You get
16 September 2020. Wow.
eye lines figured out,
So this is probably Unreal Engine 4.
what your cutting pattern looks like, and that's going to inform how you make your mocap selects. Now you're making your cut with footage that looks like the footage in the final project.
We can't say enough about MetaHumans. The project was very ambitious. It was doing 6 characters, human photorealistic characters in engine for 15 minutes short, all of them with dialogue, many of them with various degrees of mutilation and complexity.
Oh, I love it.
In our early discussions with Epic, they showed me an early version of the MetaHuman demo, which was basically almost pre-beta code. It was super impressive.
Definitely one of the most time-consuming and resource-intensive things we do is build face rigs. They're incredibly resource-heavy, lots of iterations. There's a ton of bespoke work involved in that. So when we knew we had
I love these
prospect of
guys. These guys are
MetaHuman,
awesome.
We thought, yeah, let's lean on these guys and see what they can deliver for us. We ended up using them for 3 of our 6 human characters that have face rigs, and the rigs are as powerful as any rigs we're using right now.
It's
You
so
know, it's a real
crazy.
game changer. It is something that allows you to not worry about the details of that aspect of it, and you can focus on the storytelling.
Oh my
Real-time
gosh.
technology has started to blur the
It's so freaking crazy because this is exactly what I was talking about last year when I started getting into Unreal Engine. The metahumans don't look good. It's the rigs that's built in. Pretty much just everything they're saying right now is what I really saw last year, and that's why I swapped this entire channel towards Unreal Engine content. Because friends, you are seeing this now. This is big studios using Unreal Engine, a game engine, to create amazing short films, and this is incredible. I love this piece.
the lines between what was otherwise weeks and months of rendering to get to final product. Once you've got your environments laid out, your sets are lit, everything is looking good, your performances are in there, the animation's in there, you can rework the entire film in a day or 2, like every
Love it.
shot.
When you get used to doing real-time decision making, the quality of the work is
He's
always
not
better.
going back.
So
He ain't
that
going back to
edge
regular.
that the engine gives you is incalculable. It's easy for me to say that I don't want to go back.
What did I tell you? That's crazy, man. All right, so wow. Okay, so again, as an Unreal Engine filmmaker, this is the quality that I want to be. Obviously, they're using some type of optical camera. Their facial animation, probably a lot of money as well, but that doesn't matter because right now, somebody like you in your boxers at home can get to this quality. And the really cool thing about this is we have Unreal, we have NVIDIA Omniverse, we have Relusion. All the tools are here. Now, obviously, what we're going to be waiting for right now are the assets. Because like I said a billion times, Unreal Engine assets in the marketplace are still very much so low quality. Obviously, the Megascans assets, that's like an exception. They're phenomenal. They're amazing. But we're talking characters. One day, I'm hoping that we're going to get these topic characters in the Epic marketplace. And my friends, that is really when the fun begins. But you are looking at the future right now, and it's super exciting. And I think this is Unreal Engine 4. If I see, yeah, this looks like very much so UE4. So this is not even Nanite. But yeah, this is amazing. What did you all think about that episode? Honestly, it's probably my second favorite episode in season 3. It was really, really well done. And it being made in Unreal Engine, I even like it a lot more now.